Hey guys, KP Jax here, doing a review today on the Otterbox Defender. Today, the Otterbox Defender will be reviewed with my Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition. It also works on the Galaxy TabPRO 10.1 for Samsung. So this is the packaging. I got it in, wanted to do a review on it. So we're going to open it up and take a look at it. It's a very rugged case, very durable for what we need. I know I'm always carrying mine around in my 511 Moab 6, and it kind of tends to get banged around. And you know, the Galaxy Note, you know, pretty thin device, pretty light, very expensive, you know, by today's standards as far as tablets go. So last thing I want is my tablet to you know, end up cracked or broken and then basically become a $500 paperweight. So what we got here today is the Otterbox Defender. This is going to be on my Note, like I said. It's a very rugged case, very hard case. Comes with 3 layers of protection. You got the hard plastic, the rubberized case, and then once you pop it open, it's got the hard plastic and then a shield for your screen. So let's start out by taking a look. This is the outer casing. It's also a cover for the front. It can also be used as a angled reading device. You can put your tablet in it in case you want to view it at different angles and things like that. Just different angles for viewing. You know, my kid loves it, and you know, she can play her games and not have to hold it up. We'll come back to that later. So this is the case itself. We'll start by taking it apart. You know, it's kind of an unboxing. It can be kind of a pain to pull this apart the first time. It took me a minute to figure it out. Didn't want to come apart. Once you do it once or twice, it comes apart pretty quick, pretty easy, and it goes back together the same way. You just kind of basically pull it off this rim right here, and as you work your way around, it eventually just peels off. And then what we have here is the hard plastic case with the screen protector. If you look on the back, all these little spots have your typical eject button looking icon. So all you do, you just come in and just pop them out. Pretty simple. Takes a minute though, because you know, Otterbox is known for making really good gear, and so it holds together really well. This is the back of the case. Has a foam insert so that your device isn't directly against it, and provides some padding in case you were to drop it or bang it or do something like that. So we're going to start out. We're going to take our tablet, the Galaxy Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition. It's about 1.2 pounds. And we're going to just put it right in the device. You want to make sure you put it in the right way, otherwise your camera will be upside down. And you just take your cover that came with it and you stick it right on there. Otterbox, I guess they must have talked to Samsung or taken some reviews from customers, because they're pretty nice to leave your Samsung logo right up there. I know some people like to see the logo of your equipment. Me, I could really care less, because I'm not really stuck on brands or anything like that. I just want a device that can do the job, whether it be Samsung or Microsoft, either one. Or Apple, if you're an Apple fan. Obviously this won't work for that. So once you get your case secured, you'll hear it pop in. So once you're all secured, you'll come back with your poly rubberized case and just start feeding it around the top, hooking it back over that lip. And once you get to some of the corners, some of them are pretty tight because the device is supposed to fit fairly tight, fairly snugly, so you don't have to worry about it jostling around or banging or, you know, moving and not being secured in the case. I've had, you know, devices come out of cases because they're just not secure. You know, they look like they are until you actually put them to the test, and they just fall out. But this is a very secure, very, very secure case. I've had this thing for quite a while now, and I have not had to worry about it, falling out of the case. So let's talk about some of the features of this case. Number one, it's very protective. You don't really have to worry a whole lot about it. There's 3 layers of protection. You got the hard case cover that you come to when we first opened it. And that can also be put on the back. It can be used as a backing. You have the poly case, and then you have the plastic case, and then you actually have a screen protector, which is pretty cool. You don't need to worry about getting fingerprints on your screen or scratching your screen, things like that. This thing rolling around in my bag, I don't want to worry about scratching my $500 screen. It also, keeps dust out for the most part, other than a few spots like your IR location, your camera, and your speakers. They're really not, there's no protective covering as far as that goes. So if we look at the top of this, we have the power button and the volume rockers. Very secure. If you just tap these, they don't kick on, which is great, because in keeping this in a box or a case or a book bag, things like that, sometimes you'll bump it and the power comes on. And depending on your settings, if you're like me, I have the screen timeout for like 10 or 15 minutes, it'll drain your battery, pretty quick if it's just sitting on doing nothing. And so you got to kind of actually, pretty hard, push it, give it a pretty good push for it to come on. Pretty responsive as far as screens go. With your screen protector, you're not really looking at any lag or anything like that. Your volume goes up and down pretty quick. Looking at the top, you have your IR in case you want to use a remote, or if you have a smart TV, you can actually use your Samsung tablet to control your Samsung smart TV, which is pretty neat. You have your speaker ports, left and right. I don't really like this design, but mostly because of Samsung's design. I would much rather have these speakers facing forward towards me for better volume than facing left and right, not near me at all. Take a look at the bottom. We have a microphone port in case you want to use Skype or really any other program that could require your voice, or if you want to talk to somebody. And then you have your micro USB charging port, or if you have some sort of adapter, you could plug like a micro USB adapter to USB in there. I've done that before. One of the things I don't like about this device is your SD card is inaccessible. So if you're going to use an SD card, hopefully you're not trying to put it in, take it out all the time, because you pretty much have to take the case all the way apart to do that every time. So if you're going to do that, have a card that lives in your device that's designated for that. If you use the S Pen, I do on occasion use the S Pen. Some cases they don't make this accessible, but you can very easily access your S Pen with this case. Pops in, pops out, no big deal. Your camera, easily accessible. You don't have to worry about pulling anything off. You do have to worry about if you're, jostling this thing around, maybe your camera gets scratched or something like that. But no, not really that big a deal. Most people don't have problems with that. And then, of course, you have the headphone jack, which is a must if you're doing audio or watching videos or anything like that. So then we come back to the top of the case, the hardest part of the case. It can be used on the front or on the back, mainly for traveling, if you ask me. It can be used for viewing video at an angle. That's a pretty good angle if you're just sitting there at your desk. Or if you want to view it kind of at a steeper angle, you can just spin it around. It clamps right on to the front of the device, real quick. Pretty simple to clamp it on. And you hear that pop, so you know that it's secure. Now the downside to this entire case is it literally doubles the weight of your tablet. So your 1.2 pound tablet is now 2.4 pounds or something like that. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but it's a very good case, very rugged, very hard. If you drop it, you don't need to worry about your screen getting cracked or broken, things like that. So it's very, you don't really need to worry about that. And, I don't normally use the cover, but if you do, you can just take it with you. It pops right on, pops right off. You can take it, stick it right on the back, and now you don't need to worry about losing it or anything like that. It just makes it a bit thicker, pretty much doubles the thickness also. So that is the Otterbox Defender 10.1. And just a side note, I got this pretty neat thing. They were running a deal on it that when you order the Otterbox, you get this waterproof case. So Otterbox actually sent out these, you know, you had a choice of 3 different ones. This is the Otterbox 2000 series. I use it, you know, when we're out by the pool. You can keep your cell phone in it if you're going to play music or something like that with like a Bluetooth speaker. But a pretty neat little thing. It's got a waterproof ring around it. I wouldn't trust every device in here, but you know, if you're going to go out on a boat or something like that, you throw your wallet, throw your cell phone in here. If you're like some people I know who drop your phone in the water all the time, not me. And so that's that case. Pretty neat, pretty rugged, pretty durable, waterproof. This thing was free. It's normally like 25 bucks. So, but that is the Otterbox 10.1. That is the Otterbox Defender for the Galaxy Note 3 10.1 2014 edition. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to try to do some more reviews. I'm new at this. This was my first one. I hope everybody has a great day.